Not great. Wait, oh, hold on. Oh my god.
How are you even chewing?
Today's experiment is going to be absolutely...
Alright, so today we're going to react to I aged steak in lime water for half a year, and this happened from Guga Foods. So I'm kind of making the rounds before I go for repeats on who I'm reacting to. We started out in Preppy Kitchen, we did a reaction to a James MacInnis reaction, we've done a reaction to an Uncle Roger reaction, we've done a Versenjo reaction, and we've done a Epicurious reaction. So now we're on Guga Foods. Kind of making full circle here before we start lapping and doing our second Uncle Roger and our second James MacInnis. I think we're going to do a Brian Sow and maybe a Rachel Ray or something coming up. But I wanted to get Guga. I've been watching a lot of Guga lately, and I really like what he does. Didn't like him at first. When I first discovered him last year, I was a little hit or miss, but I kept watching him and he really grew on me. So let's see what he's going to do here today.
Today's experiment is going to be absolutely insane. And for good reason, let me explain. A little over 2 years ago, I made an insane experiment using lime sparkling water. This technique was invented by a Michelin star to make steaks more tender. And in the end, the experiment was a success. Now that is the reason why we are going to extreme today. And everything starts off with this. It is a rib roast, choice grade, and perfect for today's experiment. So the first thing to do is to go ahead and split it in half. These are some thick steaks, about 2.5 inches thick. To keep our control as is, the best thing to do is to go ahead and vacuum seal it and freeze it. It will stop it from aging and keeping it as fresh as possible. So this one now goes into the freezer.
Yeah, so like we get Cryovac, which is the brand name of vacuum seal that like is used heavily in commercial industry. So we get Cryovac meat, and as long as the Cryovac doesn't break, allegedly you can get almost 2 years in a commercial freezer. And like we're talking like -40 kind of temperature, -40 Celsius. That's pretty close to I think at -32 Celsius and Fahrenheit are the same. So like we're talking cold, and that will basically stop anything from happening. If the Cryovac breaks, though, you're going to get your freezer burn, you're going to get degradation of quality. And the other thing, like when you pull Cryovac meats out and you let them thaw, sometimes the Cryovac's broken, and then in your bin it fills with blood at the bottom. Or sometimes too, like the Cryovac process, when you cut them open, sometimes it smells like bad dog food for about 10 minutes, and it's just like an off gas, and it usually cleans up. But if it doesn't clean up, then you know something went wrong.
As now things are about to get a little bit weird. Last time, if you recall, I used lime sparkling water, but that was made with artificial flavors. Today I want to use something more organic. To be specific, lime and lemon. Hopefully this is going to infuse a wonderful flavor into the steak. At least, that's my hope. So after slicing a few of them in half, they are now ready. Into a container, I threw in all of the citrus. Once that was done, I placed my steaks right in there and immediately went in with the sparkling water. This is an important part that it must be completely submerged. So yeah, we had to use a good amount of sparkling water, and you will immediately notice that the citrus will float. But not only that, it seems like the fat is also floating. Oh boy, this is something unexpected, because the next thing to do is to go ahead and give it a time. So into the dry ager you went for half a year.
Into a dry ager. Now I know how dry aging works, right? You put it into the dry age box, temperature, humidity controlled, UV light usually for sterilization, and as meat dry ages, it dries out, and you cut out the unedible, basically jerky that's naturally formed, and in the core you have something that's been ravaged by bacteria that is supposed to be just delicious. So like to have it submerged in water for half a year, I'm going to assume you could have done this in a fridge, because your fridge is also temperature controlled. The humidity shouldn't really matter because it's underwater, so it's going to be in 100% humidity inside of there. I'm thinking it's for the UV light to keep the water sterile. And I'm also wondering about sparkling water, because after an hour or two, it's going to lose all of its effervescence. Effervescence referring to the bubbles. So I'm not really, unless it does something magic in that first hour, like it's not going to do anything for the other, 6 months.
Time was up. Take a look. This is what I was left with. Taking a peek inside is not what I expected. The beef looks like something from another world. Not only did it completely lose color, it just doesn't look that appetizing. Next thing to do was to go ahead and remove it from the liquid.
Yeah, no, it looks pretty gross-ish. Like it's pretty waterlogged, and I'm surprised that his tongs just didn't smush right through it. So I'm going to imagine, right off the bat, that this is going to be extremely tender. I don't know if it's going to taste good, though.
As I did, things got even more weird as we started to pet it dry real good, and one side looked even worse than the other. Why that is, I have no explanation, but take a closer look. It reminds me of frostbite. I think the acidity from the lemon and lime did something to it. And if I put them side by side, take a look. You can clearly see which one is the experimental steak, because now the next thing to do is to get them seasoned. For that, I went with a good amount of salt followed by freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder. Now that this is ready, I wanted to allow the salt to penetrate deeply into the meat. That was perfect because it allowed me time to go ahead and make an awesome side dish.
Like, let's face it, we watch Guga videos for the side dishes. His steak experiments are secondary.
And unlike our experimental steak, I can tell you that this is going to be delicious. The best part is that to make it, it's super simple, and here's how. The first thing to do is to make some mashed potatoes. And the easiest way I know how to make them is using my microwave, especially if you have this special container. All you gotta do is throw all the potatoes in there, microwave it on high for 10 minutes. Once the time is up, uncover the lid, add some butter, salt, and black pepper, mashed everything well, and after about 5 more minutes in the microwave, there you have it, mashed potato. Nice and easy to make. The next ingredient is just as easy. It's a wonderful sweet spicy chili oil. So into a heat-safe container, I threw in some cochucaro, followed by scallion, garlic, brown sugar, sesame seeds, Shaoxing wine, soy sauce, black vinegar, and hoisin sauce. Now once that's ready, you want to heat up some avocado oil to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Then immediately pour it in. Just make sure you are using a heat-safe container, because if not, this can actually happen to you. Yeah,
so that glass jar shattered or cracked because of temperature shock. So it's not so much that it's because it wasn't heat safe, but like if you had brought its temperature up gradually, that probably wouldn't have happened. Like if you took one of those jars and sat it in your oven, in a cold oven, and turned the oven on, that probably won't happen. But then if you took it out of your hot oven and then sat it on like a cold marble counter, I have actually seen like the bottoms like just shear off.
It made a mess. But if you do everything right, or just do it in a pot, in the end you're gonna be left with some incredible chili oil. Next up is pretty straightforward. I got some lean ground beef, seasoned it with salt and pepper, and made some tiny small meatballs. That's because we want some crunchy element, and making them nice and tiny will get them super crispy. Once they were all ready, into a 350 degree oil they go. This takes no time at all, because remember, they're tiny. As you can see in the end, take a look. We got some beautiful meatballs that anyone will love. Now the only thing left to do is to assemble. First, I added the mashed potato. Then for presentation purposes, we made a quick bow design. Then immediately went in with the miniature meatballs. Let's just say the more the better, as now it was time for the star of the show, and that would be that chili oil. This is delicious, friends. I'm telling you, it's good with everything. For another crunchy element, go ahead and add some crispy onions. To finish it off with some acidity, add some lemon zest. Oh yes,
So presentation-wise, it looks like hot garbage. I really didn't think I'd be saying that. I'm sure it's one of those things that tastes delicious because he's basically meat and potatoes with that chili sauce, which reminds me of a sweet and sour. So I definitely get the Asian flair on this.
Told you this was gonna be good, and as you saw it there, it is ridiculously easy to make. This is going to be fantastic, but I'm not quite sure about today's experiment, because now that all of the steaks are seasoned, the only thing left to do is to go ahead and cook them. First, you want to put a nice beautiful sear on it. Once that's done, you want to cook it in indirect heat until it reaches an internal temperature of 135 degrees Fahrenheit. And for that, I'm going to be using my Meter Plus. As now I say, it is enough talking, and it is time to grill some beautiful steak, so let's do it.
Yeah, right here on any Guga video, this is probably one of the highlights, watching him fire up that charcoal with that torch, the beautiful, you know, cinema level cinematography. Like, this is some high-end stuff here. Like, this is really good. Like, he's got great camera work on this. I think we can clearly tell without the subtitle here telling us which one's which. I think we can still tell because you can see, you know, I wish I hadn't turned the no cursor on when I set this up, but because then you can see what I'm pointing to, but you can definitely see it's got a like a watery kind of, doesn't look poached on the inside, but it's definitely got a look of like something that's been like canned. It almost looks like something that's been canned.
All right, everybody, and here we have our beautiful steak with an incredible side dish, gentlemen. What do you guys think?
Monster steak.
I can't even smell the steaks, Guga. I just smell this chili oil side dish. My mouth is watering, man. I can't wait to take a bite.
Doesn't it?
He's about to say it doesn't look amazing, and I'm going to stand behind it. Looks like hot garbage. But some things that look like hot garbage taste delicious. Also, I've seen a lot of things that look amazing that are bland and flavorless. I know we eat with our eyes first, but I really think we eat with our noses first. Because if you smell it before you see it, it doesn't matter what it looks like.
It look good. No, guys, I wish you could smell it. That smells phenomenal, everybody, all the way to the top. So here's the big disclaimer, okay?
Oh, there's a disclaimer?
Yes, there is. You do not have to eat this one. If you don't want to eat it, you don't have to eat it. Because this is one of those experiments that you make it and you forget. I kind of forgot, everybody. I'm not going to lie.
Stop doing that, bro.
So if you are okay with it, we're going to start in this direction. Please dig in.
The first steaks are normally controlled, so this one hopefully is fine.
Oh, maybe I did trick you, my friend.
That's crazy.
That's not cool.
Enough talking, let's give it a try. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That was good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
Now you okay with that one?
Uh-huh.
Good. You see, I told you.
You had me nervous there, Guga.
Really?
I thought I was walking face first into whatever crazy experiment you had, but no weirdness, no craziness, nothing that makes me want to let my insides come out. It's good.
This one tastes normal, though. It doesn't taste like it's dry aged. It doesn't taste like anything crazy. It just tastes normal.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah, and it should taste normal, like he had it properly vacuum sealed, frozen cold for 6 months. Should be fine. Did an amazing job putting a crust on it and then indirect cooking. It should, for what is normal for Guga, that should taste 100% normal.
Glad you guys like it, because now I'm excited for the next one. Let's jump right in.
Let's jump right into that side dish is what we should do.
Okay, fine. Let's go ahead. Okay, notice that we have a little bit of meatballs there that you can see, tiny, some chili oil and some crispy onions. Make sure you don't make a mess, Leo.
So,
Damn.
I feel like this
all
is
eyes on you. New Year's resolution.
So I haven't watched his videos enough or paid enough attention to who these two side characters are. I see them in a lot. Like, are they relatives or are they just, like, is one of them, say, a prep cook for him and the other one like a cameraman? Or I'm not really sure. Are they related? If anybody knows, I'm sure I could find out if I just Googled it. But if anybody wants to put in the comments, let me know.
Resolution. No messes.
oh,
Okay.
guys, that was
doing
pretty
great.
picture perfect.
We're doing
Oh,
great.
and you're
guys.
stealing more chili oil.
I need to go for more.
Chill out, bro. Chill out, bro. Damn, bro. Enough talking. Let's give it a try. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh,
Wow.
how does it taste?
This tastes phenomenal. I love how the chili oil really absorbs that starchy goodness of the mashed potatoes, so you get that chili oil flavor and texture in every single bite. The meatball is perfect. It's an amazing side dish.
It's not even a little bit spicy.
It's not that spicy.
It's got a little. It's delicious.
It is wonderful, everybody. I highly recommend you giving it a try. But now I want to go for the experiment. All right, let's dig right in. How does it smell, gentlemen?
Google, what the fuck, man?
No cursing, Leo.
Oh,
It's worth it, bro. What is this?
It's worth a curse.
What the hell?
I thought that dry aged chicken was one of the worst things I smelled. This is
It smells a little bit different, everybody. Again, you don't have to try it if you don't want to, but if you do and you are ready for something new,
Are they gonna eat it? Are they gonna do it?
let's give it a go right now. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hiya, 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 hiya. Hiya, 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 hiya.
What do you mean?
No. No.
Oh my god.
It's not great.
Google, hold on. Oh my god.
How are you even chewing that?
Oh boy! What happened, Leo? Can you describe this flavor? Oh, you're going for the side dish. That's not a bad idea, Leo. Let's bring this taste back to the flavor. So what happened, Leo?
That doesn't even deserve a description.
Like, I don't think there's any kind of liquid you could leave meat in for that long and have it be not gross. Yeah, I'm not seeing how that could have went any other way.
That's terrible. That's horrible. That's atrocious. That is a crime against humanity. You shouldn't. That.
You throw it away.
So here's the thing. You bite it and it has this lemon flavor to it. Like a really old lemon.
Like an old
like
lemon.
disgusting. And then the meat flavor's not even there.
It's mild.
Imagine biting into a steak and you just taste nothing but lime.
I'm so surprised that you guys could tell exactly what it is because, by the way, you are 100% right. This one was aged for a very long time, specifically half a year, in sparkling water and lime. Now, are you probably thinking, why did you do that, Guga? Haven't you ever gone to a restaurant and they put a little bit of lime and sparkling water for
Tastes
you?
great when you drink it, right?
When it's fresh. But this one didn't work out, everybody. This one didn't.
Yeah, so this is my first Guga review. I have to say, very entertained with his steak experiment because to see the looks on their face for eating 6-month-old ribeye steak, that was pretty funny. I'm sure that side dish tastes amazing. Like, I'm picturing the flavor profile and it should smell and taste delicious, but just the presentation of it kind of looked a little like I think Guga could do a lot better. I know he can do better because I've actually done some of his side dishes at the restaurant. And every time I bust out a Guga side dish, everybody's like, oh my god, this is amazing. So anyways, if you enjoyed this reaction, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and leave some comments below about what you thought of this.